Hey guys, what's going on? Temperistic here, back for another Dead by Daylight video, trying to teach you guys, at least you guys that are new to the game, how to play Killer. I already have that Survivor video up on the channel. If you guys want to check it out and you play Survivor, I mainly play Killer. With Survivor, there's not really much to go over because every Survivor is basically the same, but every Killer is different. And that's why we're making all these videos, trying to go through all the Killers before the Five Nights at Freddy DLC comes out, I believe June 17th, so I have a few days left to get all these videos done, and I'm on vacation, so the only thing that's stopping me is my laziness, which is why I haven't uploaded in a couple weeks, 3 weeks, something like that. But anyway, we are on to the Hillbilly, which is a very simple killer. He has a right now I have an axe on him for his melee hits, but he usually uses the chainsaw. This is a 4.6 meters a second killer. That's the base speed, and tear radius is at 40 meters, and he is tall. So basic killer. I'm not going to go through this whole entire story. I don't know why I even started doing that. You know, you guys can obviously pause the video and read. Basically, he had a really bad childhood. His parents didn't care about him, and yeah, so very sad story. And then we are going to be playing in Chaos Shuffle, as I think that's going to be easier for me to kind of showcase the killer, because you get random perks and you can't really build around anything. So that'll be easier here. If you are new to Hillbilly, I would recommend not doing low pro chains. Instead of doing low pro chains, you should probably put on spiked boots and keep the dad's boots on. These are going to help you turn when you're using the chainsaw, especially if you're playing on controller. It's going to be helping you a lot. If you're playing on mouse and keyboard, you're not going to need this as much, but still, people that play Hillbilly a lot, they still keep the boots on because it's just, you know, it helps you maneuver and all that. So we are going to search for a game here, and basically what low pro chains does is, let's say someone drops a pallet in front of you, you can run right through with your chainsaw and still hit them. You're not going to down them, but you're still going to be able to injure them with the chainsaw. Usually the chainsaw is a automatic down. It skips the injured phase and goes right to the dying phase, which is why he's one of the best killers in the game right now. He's been in the game since the very beginning, pretty much, and you know, still he's one of the best killers in the game. So right here in the top right, Behavior, who is the developer that is behind this game. They came out with a game mode called Chaos Shuffle. It basically just means you're not going to be able to bring your own perks into the game. You're going to have to... those are better than these ones, that's why I put that on. You're going to just have to get random perks, and, you know, that's just how it goes. Survivors they have a little bit of a higher chance to get a bad build compared to killers, because there are more survivor perks in the game. Compared to killers. That's why in this game mode, killers have a little bit of an advantage, and yeah, I enjoy it. It's fun. You never know what you're going to get, you know. But I was saying is Behavior has made it to where you can see your build, your perks in the lobby without having to click on the button, so that's cool, I guess. Not really like a huge thing, but thought you should know. There's offerings, just some extra blood points. And yeah, this killer is basically just a dude that runs around with a chainsaw trying to hit people. It's one of the simplest killers in the game, but also one of the most lethal killers. If you do run him, you should always have Bamboozle as one of your perks. As blocking a vault, it's going to make it easier for you to hit him with a chainsaw. So you might be seeing me struggle in these games because this killer and Cannibal, who have chainsaws, they are the weakest in this game mode, just because someone can vault over a window and then there's nothing you can do to hit them with your chainsaw. So I might be going, especially on this map, there's a lot of vaults, a lot of windows on this map, and we have a pretty bad build. So yeah, in the top right hand corner, starting with the top, That perk basically means like whenever they get done destroying that totem, because that's a hex totem, I'm going to be able to see everybody for about 16 seconds, I think. And there's our first hit. I don't know what the heck she's doing. And we see somebody over here. And she goes over that. Let's see if we can get our first hook here. Good start to the game. Oh. Thought there was a hook there, but I guess not. We'll put her on this one over here. The perk to the right. I'll just go northeast, south, and west. So on the east, we've got a perk that basically lets me see where all of the chests are on the map, and I can go up to one that's been open, shut it, and then the one on the bottom, I think it makes it to where my basic attacks have like a cooldown if I miss or something like that. Break that pallet. And then West perk. I'm not sure why I can see her aura right there. She's gonna go over that. We're just gonna get a basic hit, like I said. Windows are gonna be a little bit of a challenge for this killer, which is why if you play this game mode, I don't recommend using it. I'm not sure why she still came this way, as I'm missing. First game of the day. Give me a break here, guys. Give me a little break. Put her on a hook, and we'll check out that perk just so I don't give you some misinformation. Every time a generator is completed, all windows are blocked, so that's actually pretty good for this killer. We're going to go to the other side of the map and see if we can get somebody here. We hear this one's working here. We're just going to give her a little bit of N1. And she is going to be running here. So there's nothing wrong with M1ing with this killer. You know, the threat of the chainsaw is enough to make him, you know, do mistakes and everything. So she's going to be running to this other pallet over here. We're going to do this. A little bit of a trick. Oh, she's still running. And does she make the pallet? She does not. She tries to do a little hokey pokey with me. And I know I've said this time and time again, but I feel like I still need to say it. This isn't me trying to showcase my skill at all in the game. I'm just trying to teach you what the killer is about and his skills and everything. Because I know, you know, there's people that always come in like, oh, you did that wrong, you did that wrong. I'm not trying to prove my skill. I'm just trying to help people, because there's going to be thousands and thousands of people that are going to be new to the game once Five Nights at Freddy expansion comes out. And I just want to help you guys so you're not at too much of a disadvantage. Okay, they get the top one done, that's fine. So now that they've done a generator, all windows are blocked for 30 seconds. Oh, there he is. Ooh, almost. So you can kind of flick with him. This is a god pallet, by the way. Oh, she doesn't go for it. A little bit of a bloodless there. Alright, now she drops it. There we go. And we're gonna leave her because we got that power out of the way. You don't want to stay on the same survivor for too long, because then like that happens and people can just work on generators for free without any pressure. So yeah, now they're popping all the gens, you know. So that's not what you want to see. But this map is definitely survivor sided. There's just way too many vaults, way too many pallets in close proximity to each other that there's just not a whole lot the killer can do. We get another one down there. I'm not gonna lie to you, this is probably gonna be a loss. You know, like I said, if you're not using perks that you should be using with this killer, you're probably gonna lose. It's not gonna be a good time, But obviously, we can't use those in this playlist. Get the gunpowder down. Took her a minute to get that. Yeah, see, so she left and this person came back on, so we're definitely dealing with a team of 3, maybe a team of 4 here, so just with that, we're at a huge disadvantage. And against a good team of 4, it doesn't matter how good you are as a killer, you're not going to win, That's just how it goes, unfortunately. Yeah, this is one of the worst maps that you can play on as a chainsaw dude. There's just way too many things that the survivor can use, So we're not too butthurt about it. We knew that we were gonna lose this game as soon as we got this map. But you guys should definitely know how to use this killer now. It's one of the killers that takes a decent amount of skill, and it definitely has a good learning curve. So that last generator should be popping here in a second. There it is. It's over there. They're not on it. It kind of tells me they're going to the other one. So basically when his chainsaw turns purple, it means you've been using it too much, but that actually is to your advantage. Because once that chainsaw turns blue, you get a little bit of a speed boost and good things start to happen. Oh, that's another down right there. Put it on the same hook, I guess, as the other person was on. Yeah, at least we get 1 kill. If you get a 1K on this map, you're doing decent. So they all just leave. That's fine. Alright, 1K on that map, going up against a team of 4 possibly in Chaos Shuffle. I will take it. Definitely not going to pip there, but we can check out the perks. The high-end perks that you don't want to see survivors having in this playlist is Dead Hard, Empathy. They didn't use Dead Hard though. Sprint Burst, Inner Strength, really powerful. This person got a bad build. This person got a bad build. But yeah, they work together very well as a team, and when that happens, it isn't going to go well for you. But I hope you guys learned a little something about Hillbilly. Like I said, not really much to explain about him. You can even look at his power right here. It's a very short little thing. He only has one ability called Overdrive, which makes it to where the charge and the sprint speeds are increased and the cooldowns are reduced. And that's easy to see when your chainsaw turns blue. on that map. It's really hard though because you're not going to be using chainsaw too much. As you saw, there's way too many vaults, way too many windows. You're going to be looking for a map called Cold Wind, or maybe Auto Haven would be good too. The Saloon is also a decent map for Hillbilly. So you're looking for open maps. You know, you don't want to play on the game. You don't want to play on the Memorial Institution because it's just not going to go well for you. And that's why Bamboozle is the perk that you want to run. Whenever you're playing this killer, whenever you're playing Cannibal, you want to run Bamboozle, as that'll block the window for about 20 seconds or something like that, and it gives you a speed boost for when you go over a window yourself. So yeah, just, you know, practice this killer. It's not a killer that you're going to be good with right out the gate. You know, like a M1 killer like Trapper or Wraith. You know, really practice with turning the corners. Like you saw there, I got a couple downs by turning a corner, because like as soon you want to time, you know, turning your joystick or doing a mouse flick right at the spot where that chainsaw sprint starts, because you only get, you know, a fraction of a half of a, you know, second or whatever to pull that off. You know, so it's a timing thing, and you know, I've played Hillbilly a lot, and that's why I was able to do that. But like I said, I hope you learned something. If you did, give it a like, comment down below. If I missed anything, you know, help other people out. And if you have any questions, I will try my best to answer them. And I will catch you in the next one. We'll be doing Nurse.